journey from area of improvement to strength. Toastmaster Dhruti, my journey.
August 2017. I joined LexisNexis Risk Solutions as a project manager. I was so happy that I got the role of a project manager, and my roles and responsibilities were something which I really wanted to perform. I've been doing an amazing job over the past couple of years. I've been receiving feedback, appreciations from my manager, from my director, and peer-to-peer recognition from my colleagues. I was having a gala time. The following year, which is August 2018, I received my first performance review document from my manager. It was sent in an email. It had 3 pages. I was so curious and I clicked on that email, curious to know what are my strengths, what are my areas of improvements, and what did I accomplish. The first page had a series of tasks that I accomplished. I was so happy to read all the tasks that I accomplished over the past 1 year. The second page had strengths, critical thinking, analytical thinking, technical expertise. I was dancing. And the third page had areas of improvements. I was really interested in that section. First one, take up additional responsibilities, which was fair. Second one, be a mentor to someone. I would be glad to be a mentor. I really liked that area of improvement. Third one was a little surprising for me because I haven't expected that skill to be under areas of improvements. I always thought I was good at it. What was it? It was none other than communication skills. That evening, I spoke to my manager to get more details about why is that listed as my areas of improvements. And he said, you speak way too fast. We want you to slow down. Sometimes it is difficult for the other person to process what you're saying and act on it. I suggest you work on it. And he suggested Toastmasters is a platform that you can consider. I took it up as a challenge because I really wanted to improve my communication skills. Communication skills is just not important in our professional world. It is also important in our personal world as well. And for social skills and for building my self-confidence, I want to build my communication skills because that has been given as an area of improvement for me. The following month, I decided to join or attend Toastmasters, and that was City of Delray Beach Toastmasters. I attended my first meeting as a guest in the month of October 2018. It was terrifying, intimidating to see all strangers. I see Oris, I see Rossler, I see Michelle, I see Sherry, all seniors, I see Gary. It was so scary for me. But I sat at one corner trying to see what happens. The Toastmaster of the day starts with the pattern, speeches, table topics, evaluations. I had no idea what he was talking because it was my first meeting. The speakers came in and they did an amazing job. In my wildest dreams, I wouldn't imagine standing there and speaking. And then comes table topics. And that scared the hell out of me. That moment, I decided that I am not going to join Toastmasters. And then the evaluations happened. I was just waiting for the meeting to end so that I can slowly just run away from the meeting, walk out without anyone noticing me. And while I was doing that, I saw a person calling me, which was none other than our distinguished Toastmaster, Sherry Thomas, who was president then, asking me, so what do you think about our meeting? I was brutally honest. I told, I don't think this is for me. Everyone is so perfect. They are just speaking like they are professionals. And they don't have any areas of improvements according to me. And I am a person who makes mistakes. What if I just stand here during my speech and just freeze and not speak anything? What will happen? I think the meeting will be spoiled because of me. She patiently listened to all my concerns and issues. And she replied back saying, "Are you a human being? If you are a human being, you will make mistakes." I was a little confused because till then no one told me that I can make mistakes. Everyone was like, "You have to do your best. You have to succeed." And she was that one lady who told me, "Make mistakes, but make sure you don't make the same mistake again and again. Learn from your mistakes." That was a life-changing comment that I heard from Sherry. And that day I decided that, okay, let me give a try. Maybe I can consider and try it for 6 months and see how it goes. November 2018, I joined Toastmasters as a member. Things were going smoothly. I attended every meeting, sometimes avoided meetings so that I don't participate in table topics. 2 months passed, 4 months passed, 6 months passed, 8 months passed. No icebreaker. I was just observing because I was scared to give my icebreaker. One day, I spoke to Toastmaster Rossler. I told Rossler, "I think I'm scared to give my icebreaker. It's been 8 months. And he was like, "That's fair. I took 6 months to give my icebreaker. I made sure I take up every different role, accountant, grammarian, all the timer, Toastmaster of the day before I actually gave my icebreaker." And that was again surprising for me because I did not expect that from an experienced and professional speaker like Rossler, according to me. Okay, Rossler took 6 months to give his icebreaker speech. Then maybe I am no different. Maybe it's a natural process. It's a phase everyone goes through. And that made me calm my nerves and work on my icebreaker. The following month, I signed up for an icebreaker speech. I was so curious, and then the morning I called Toastmaster Michelle, and I told her that I don't think I can do this. It's been so nervous, and I'm trying to mug up my speech. I have mugged up for 2 weeks, the entire icebreaker speech. And she said, "Okay, first calm down. Take a deep breath and smile. I am going to sit right in front of you during the speech. And don't see others. Just talk to me. Give your speech as if you're just giving it to me, talking one-on-one. And worst case, if you forget your speech, just read the script. You're going to anyways have your script on the lectern, right? So just read it." That evening, I did my icebreaker without reading my script. And I got very good feedback from the evaluators as well as our fellow Toastmasters. That was my journey. I had to have Rossler, Michelle, Sherry, everyone motivate me, and all the fellow Toastmasters motivate me to be a good speaker and give my icebreaker. Today, I'm giving my 20th speech. I have done visual aids. Toastmasters taught me how to speak with visual aids, how to speak with props, how to manage difficult audience, how to speak professionally from 5 to 7 minutes to 15 to 20 minutes. That was something I really haven't expected, but there are plethora of options in Toastmasters for us. And recently, last year, 2020, I received my performance review document. And straight away, I went to page 3, which had areas of improvements. And I was surprised to see communication skills was not present as a third point in my areas of improvements. And then I was searching for it. And it was on page 2, which was strengths. Toastmasters within 2 years helped me move my communication skills to areas of improvements to strengths. That was an achievement for me. I've been thinking about my next steps. Okay, what are my next steps considering that I have completed one pathway? And that made me think about my dream. I want to be a leader. First, I need to believe that I can be a leader, then will others believe that I can be a leader. I am going to take leadership development as my next pathway. I want to be an area director. I want to be a DTM, probably. Shruti Anim DTM, maybe. I am going to aim high in Toastmasters. We have plethora of options in our Toastmasters. There are different roles. I want to do more and more speeches. I want to give more and more evaluations in the next year. My theme for this year is going to be feel the fear and do it anyway. And Toastmasters overall is just not about public speaking. We get to meet different personalities, dignitaries. We have a fitness freak, we have a realtor, we have different professionals working in different backgrounds. And I don't get that opportunity to meet different people from different backgrounds and learn from their experiences and stories. Toastmasters made it possible for me. And let me tell you, Toastmasters is a platform which is all about positivity. And I heard this somewhere that public speaking is a mountain without a peak. And I am going to climb that mountain forever without fail. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Excellent, excellent. And just so you know, I am human too.
Fellow Toastmasters and Suruthi. Wow. If Toastmasters wanted an infomercial, you just did one for them. This speech was such a commentary on the benefits that you get in Toastmasters, and I think to some extent, when you've been a member for a little while, you take them for granted. Well, you reminded us of all the basic ones, plus some more. I like the way you went into your speech. You built interest, I think, by starting out with your journey at work and how you finally came to join Toastmasters. The speech was well organized, and you were so comfortable delivering it that it's difficult for me to remember what it was like when you started. You kept it interesting because you brought members in. You talked about what Rosla did for you and what Sherry did for you and Michelle. So it was so relatable. We all felt we were a part of this journey. You were honest. And I think that honesty came across. You expressed deep appreciation for all the things those members had done for you. And of course, you kept going back to work, which is where those benefits really translated, as you said, you saw in the review that you got at work. I like the way that you use some casual language, which I know in the beginning you probably would not have done. But when you talked about it scared the hell out of me. I know, it was just something that you would say in casual conversation, and I liked how you threw that line in there. You were very specific also in the additional benefits that you said that you got, such as being comfortable with visual aids and prompts and stuff, and I think that was good for you to remind us of some of those. If there is one thing that I would change, I think the ending. You had a really good punchline, and when you delivered that, I thought you were going to end. The line was, feel the fear, but do it anyway. I love that line. And I wish you had saved it to the end so that it would be a call to action for us, to encourage us. Feel the fear, but go out and deliver your speech. Well done, Toastmaster Surin. Congratulations.